Hey everybody, before we get into the Pew Pew Boyz set, I want to let you know that we are going to be having so many great performers this summer. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of it. So if you love bass music and this is something that you're interested in, please consider liking and subscribing and watching us live. That way, you'll get to interact with the host and the artist live on the air. The show is great content to put on in the background while you're gaming or cleaning the house or at your next party, man. Party with us. I'm so happy to have you join us here. But now, let's get to the show.
Oh my gosh, I think that they're here. Yo, everybody, get ready. Get ready for the Pew Pew Boyz.
It came from space.
Yo, everybody, I can't believe it. It's the Pew Pew Boyz. They just landed. They entered low Earth orbit just about 10 minutes ago, and now here they are. It's Air Marshal Supreme, Lazarus Lights over here, and of course, from the planet Slorb, it's Zorbzal, y'all.
It came from space.
Give it up in chat. Can I get some aliens and some fires for these motherfuckers? They just came from playing
It came from space.
a six-dimensional show in the Andromedan galaxy. That's quite a schlep. We're gonna let them rip for an hour.
Take too long to come back to me. I set you free, so now run me. I'm going back to come back to me. I set you free, so now run me. I'm going back to come back to me. I set you free, so now
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks and fools of all species and dimensions, we do have the very rare opportunity to interview some intergalactic people. Oh, that was a new. Was that a new Subtronics track? Yeah. Well, let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. I think we have some unfinished business to do. My friend.
Check 1, 2. Check.
it's not very often that you're a humble DJ, podcast producer, and that you get someone from another galaxy. Dog. Yes, Zorb, on Earth, we call this dog. Do you have pets on your world? Do you guys keep pets? You keep humans as pets? Oh, shit. Zorb, I have a really important question for you. Did you, when we were hanging out and in your hovel on planet Schlorb, did you think I was your pet? I'm a little perturbed by that answer. Anyway, when I got abducted, all those years ago, and the aliens that abducted me knew that our planet was very potato based, and they named me Potato. I never thought that I would eventually end up on planet Schlorb, hanging out with this guy, and then you crash landed in his front yard. Can you tell us about that day and what led up to those circumstances?
That is correct. So, first off, my name is Supreme Air Marshal Lazarus Lights, and we are the Pew Pew Boyz.
They are the Pew Pew Boyz.
Yeah, so that day was pretty crazy for me, you know. My whole planet had just been destroyed by the Riddim. So I was just doing my duty in, low orbit of my planet, and all of a sudden, all these ships appeared out of nowhere, and the Riddim Goblins came down to my planet, and they wiped everyone out.
So I've heard about the Riddim. It's in a lot of the galactic politicians are saying that. So the galactic politicians on the left are saying that the Riddim poses a threat to the democracy of the galaxy, and the politicians on the right are saying, "Oh yeah, no, just let the Riddim have full immunity, and that they should just be able to do whatever to every galactic species." But you, Air Marshal Lazarus,
Well,
having been a victim of the Riddim and the Riddim Goblins. Can you speak to the potential danger or the lack of danger that the Riddim represents against melodies and the melody that we like to create as musicians?
all I can say is this Riddim is a very real threat to the universe. There is one thing that can stand against them, though. You play any type of melody, and the Riddim Goblins will scatter. The Riddim heads, they just can't handle real music. So, me and my partner Zorb here, after I crash landed at his place, I had nothing. My home planet had been destroyed, and I had nothing left. So, me and Zorb, when I crashed, my ship all messed up. So I wasn't going to be able to take off, go anywhere, do anything without fixing my ship first. So, Zorb had me fix my ship, and now we just travel the universe fighting Riddim Goblins by sharing our music and sound and frequencies with planets all over the place.
I think a lot of people throughout the galaxy would try to politicize your movement for melodies. What do you think about politicization of music in the galaxy? I think that's a very universal sign there. Very universal symbol. And
Alrighty. I'm sorry, can you ask the question?
I know that Air Marshal Lazarus looks like a humanoid, but he comes from a planet that has a very different gaseous concentration. That's why he has to wear the helmet. He can't breathe our specific combination of oxygen, nitrogen, and hydrogen that we have in our atmosphere. That's why he has to wear the helmet at all times to make sure that his suit has a system inside of it that converts the gases to what he can breathe, and that's why it sounds a little difficult when he speaks. And Air Marshal, I am so sorry to hear the tragedy that happened on your planet. It's very difficult to hear that, what and people are out there saying that the Riddim is not committing these crimes. They're not doing a genocide on planets like yours, and it looks like I'm laughing, but it's the gases in the air that make me seem like this is not well. And I know on your planet, you express grief through laughter.
That is correct. We do laugh to express grief.
What is your and I know that Zorb does not have the physical anatomy to speak in a language that we can. Their species communicates telepathically. So anybody that's watching on stream, they can't get. Zorb is talking to us.
Yeah, I've been working on getting him into another translator.
We have to figure out a way for Zorb to figure out what frequency Zorb's telepathic communications come through, and so that we can actually write down and communicate that to people that are on Earth, or and of course we can hear him loud and clear right here in the studio because we're within his ability, but it doesn't translate to microphones and to hardware. But the most important thing is music. Very much a lot of the music that you guys have been making is very melodic, and that is on purpose because that's the music that pushes back the Riddim.
That is correct. So we make quite a few different types of music. We make experimental dubstep music. We make melodic dubstep music. We make house. But we do try to make sure that every track that we create, that there is some melodic element in it so that we can fulfill our mission of keeping the Riddim Goblins away.
And of course you were able to express it as dubstep or house until you had Earth words for that. You had no idea the music that you guys were making using the intergalactic methods that you have.
In fact, I'm thinking a different word right now, but I have a
It doesn't work in
translator.
English,
It's a piece
yes.
of technology that translates what I'm actually saying into your language for you to understand. So I'm actually not even thinking the words that you just said.
Yes,
But that must have been what came out of my translator.
And Earthlings will understand those words as dubstep, as house, bass house.
Okay.
And that might be news to you, but as an intergalactic party boy myself, during my time and now through the stars I met my lovely earthen wife. She was also abducted, and we met amongst the stars. How crazy is that? But we have come to understand the music that you guys make fits into actually some understandable genres is what we call them here on Earth.
Zorb has something to say.
Zorb, you have something to communicate to us. He's
written-
been talking to us the whole time.
Zorb has written down a heart, which means that he loves you all.
He did? Oh, wow. Thank you, Zorb.
Sorry,
I remember
what
that
were
day
you
that we
asking?
were looking at the lava lakes on Schlorb, and we were smoking ski bomb. Yeah, I brought some back for Raul. He knows what's up. And I just have to let you know that I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'll show that to the chat. I appreciate you guys taking me in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you returning me to my home planet. I was asking every alien I came into contact with out there that, hey, you guys, I would really like to go home. And Zorb and Captain or Air Marshal Lazarus Light, you guys brought me back to my home planet, and now you guys are making music for Earthlings. I can't thank you enough for doing that. You guys must have some great music for us right now.
Well, we do, and just about everything that we create tells our story within the music. We only have one song released on all platforms right now on Earth, and it is called Enter the Pew Pew. You can find it on what you call Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube Music and just about everywhere. But we do have a couple other dozen tracks in the works that are going to help tell you guys the story and keep your planet safe from Riddim Goblins.
That is very important because the music does keep our planet safe from the Riddim Goblins. You don't go into the base tent when Riddim Goblins are there. That's what you told me.
Correct.
That's the lesson you taught me. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, the Pew Pew Boyz are going to do a 1-hour set right here on the Potato Pod. I don't want you to go anywhere. I love you all, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hey, remember, when we go to the screen, any emoji that you put into the chat will go all across the screen. Check it out. It's pretty cool. Wow, that was amazing. I didn't know the Pew Pew Boyz were going to throw down that hard. But if you're watching this on YouTube, then you're really missing out on a lot, because if you watch live, then you get to see the whole show, including performances from the hosts, back-to-back sets with the guests after their main set, and also the intro where we go through news and we talk to the co-hosts, and we also check out some of the hottest new bass music that's coming out right now. You can also go watch the full back catalog on our Patreon. Along with behind-the-scenes footage, you'll get special early announcements and access to our tickets for our in-person and live events and concerts. Once again, I want to give a massive shout-out to the Pew Pew Boyz and Pew Pew Productions. They're going to have all kinds of amazing shows this year, so please go check them out on Instagram to keep up with their stuff. I'm going to put their names right here on screen. Of course, the links will also be in the description. And I have to thank you guys so much for joining us, and I will catch you on the other side.